It's Friday night and all I want is takeout pizza. But I'm trying to lean out and lose body fat right now in order to get in shape for a concert that I'm going to this summer. And takeout pizza can have a lot of calories. So I'm gonna show you 2 different kinds of lower calorie, high protein pizza that I'm making instead to help me satisfy my cravings while also helping me stay in a calorie deficit so that I can keep meeting my fat loss goals. They are super tasty and really filling because of all the protein in them, and they're really quick and easy to make because there's no rising of the dough or anything like that. And because of those things, making lower calorie, high protein versions of all my favorite foods is not just helping me lose fat right now, it also helped me lose 130 pounds, and I've kept it off for 11 years, but that's one check it. I'm gonna be making a ham, pineapple, and Alfredo pizza, and what we call in Canada a Canadian pizza, which has mushroom, pepperoni, and bacon on it. If you're ready, let's get set, let's go. Look. Before I get started, if you want to support the channel and you think you can handle more of this thing and cute sassy, we have channel memberships. So if you want to click the join button, you can become a member of the Cute Heart Club and you'll get a variety of really cool exclusive videos plus baller custom emojis. I'm going to be making 4 personal pizzas, 2 of the Canadian and 2 of the ham and pineapple. And they both use the same crust. So I'm gonna make 1 big batch of dough and divide it into 4. So what we're gonna need for the dough is 3 cups of all-purpose flour, and I'm just using a Great Value brand of all-purpose flour from Walmart. 2 cups of plain fat-free Greek yogurt, and I'm using the Costco version, the Kirkland one. This makes such a great like pan type pizza dough because it's my favorite when you make the crust like this, and you can't taste the Greek yogurt, but it really makes the dough high in protein so that you're more full. You're gonna love it if you haven't tried it yet. We need 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning, and I'm just using Great Value brand, 3 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1.5 teaspoons of salt. And that is what we need for the dough. Then what we're gonna need for the Canadian pizza toppings, we're gonna do salt and pepper to taste, 2 tablespoons of bacon crumble divided into 1 tablespoon each, and I use the Kirkland one from Costco. I actually keep this bag in the freezer and then I just thaw out what I need overnight, and this bag has lasted for months, and it really like helps me portion everything out and save money. Then we're gonna need 60 grams of shredded mozzarella cheese divided into 30 grams each, and I'm using the pizza mozzarella from Great Value. Then we need 4 tablespoons of sliced canned mushrooms divided into 2 tablespoons each, and I'm using the Great Value brand. I prefer canned mushrooms over fresh. Canned mushrooms are just my jam, have been since I was a kid. Then we need 10 slices of turkey pepperoni divided into 5 slices each. And my favorite is the butterball turkey pepperoni slices. They don't taste like turkey at all. And that's the whole point of me making low calorie versions of everything. If I make something lower calorie, it has to taste as close to the real thing as possible. And so I pick ingredients that don't taste like turkey. I make crust for the pizza that doesn't taste like diet pizza crust. I'm always trying to replicate the original thing. Then we need some pasta sauce, and we need 1/2 cup divided into 1/4 cup each, and I use pasta sauce because it's cheaper than pizza sauce, and the one I'm using is Great Value garlic and herb pasta sauce. So that's it for the Canadian pizza toppings. Then what we're gonna need for the ham, pineapple, and Alfredo pizza is 60 grams of shredded mozzarella cheese, same one I already showed you, divided into 30 grams each, 2 tablespoons of canned pineapple tidbits divided into 1 tablespoon each, and I'm just using the Great Value pineapple tidbits, and it's in pineapple juice. I like the tidbits because they're already chopped in the perfect pizza size pieces, so I always get that. And I prefer canned to fresh on my pizza for pineapple. Then we need half a cup of light Alfredo sauce divided into a 1/4 cup each. And we're just using a blue menu version from Zehrs in Canada, a PC one. You can use any light Alfredo sauce. The calories might be slightly different, but any light Alfredo sauce will work. Then we need 40 grams of Black Forest ham that has been chopped into bite-sized pieces and divided into 20 grams each. And we really love the Kirkland smoked Black Forest ham. Before I get making the dough, if you want to know more of exactly what I ate and did to lose my weight and keep it off, I have 4 weight loss ebooks. You can buy them separate and use code Nicole to save yourself 10% off, or you can buy all 4 in my everything bundle for a cheaper price. Then use code Nicole to save yourself 10% off the already cheaper price for a double savings. The link's down below if you want to check it out. And if you're looking for a super tasty, quick and easy, high protein dessert to go with your pizza, these are my go-to. They're the HTLT Steps Seco bars, and this is the cinnamon roll flavor. I like to heat them in the microwave for 10 to 15 seconds, and they literally taste like a warm cinnamon bun. And then we always eat it with a knife and fork, and it tastes even more like a dessert. Code Nicole will save you 15% off, and the link is down below if you want to get some. We're almost out because we really like these a lot. Okay. So now I'm just gonna make some room, and then I'll be back and we can start making the dough. Okay, I have the oven preheated to 400 degrees, and I've got 2 baking sheets that I've lined with tin foil and sprayed with cooking spray, ready to go. Now, I've got a big bowl, and I'm just going to put all my ingredients in here. Flour. Oh, we're gonna start with all the dry. So we got the flour, the Italian seasoning, the salt, and the baking powder. I'm gonna give this a stir until it's well combined, and then we'll add the Greek yogurt. And Kyle and I are gonna eat the Canadian pizzas tonight, and we're gonna save the ham and pineapple ones for tomorrow. So I'm excited we get pizza all weekend. Got a bigger spoon, and now I'm going to mix in the Greek yogurt. Okay, now what we want to do is just stir this up until it starts becoming lumpy and looking like it's got a dough-like consistency to it. Then we'll knead it with our hands. So see, as you can see, lumps are starting to form there. I'm just gonna do a little bit more, get some of this Greek yogurt off the spoon. And I do have flour on standby in case it gets a little bit sticky and we need a little bit more. So that looks good. It's starting to form its dough-like consistency, and it's a bit lumpy. So now what I do is I go in with my hands, and I'm just gonna knead it and mix it until it starts to form a ball so that I can weigh it and divide it into the 4 pieces. I like to knead it, like push down and then kind of like flip it over so that I can really get all the flour and everything involved in there. Just like that. And just keep going till you've got all the flour combined in there and it feels fairly smooth and blended together. Okay, and then your hands get a little bit clumpy, so you just wanna pull that off. And now I think we're good. We'll start working with this. So we'll form this into a big ball like this, and then I'm going to weigh it on the scale and divide it by 4 so that we can get a pretty accurate amount of dough for each one. I'm just gonna wash my hands and I'll be back. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is put a piece of parchment paper on my scale, and I just make sure that it says 0 before I put the ball on, and we're just gonna weigh that. Okay, so it says 870 grams, 870 divided by 4. So I'm looking for 217, we'll go 217 grams per ball of dough. So now what I'm gonna do, slide that over here, keep my scale. I've got 4 little pieces of parchment paper, and I'm gonna got 4 little pieces of parchment paper, and I'm gonna put 1 on here, make sure it's 0, and then I'm basically just gonna grab dough and weigh it out until it hits 217 grams. And then I'll do that with all the rest of the dough. All right, they've all been weighed out and they're all 217 grams. So now I'm just gonna take one of the chunks and I'm gonna form it into a ball. Then what I wanna do is you're gonna need a rolling pin. So let's create some space because I have like a giant honkin' rolling pin. So once you've got it in your ball, we're gonna roll it into a flat circle that's about a 1/4 inch thick. And this, you know, I'm not a sciencer, this is not exact science. We're just gonna go till we like it and then we'll move on and do all the rest like this. And then what I do like along the way, because I want it to kind of look like a circular, I kind of just work it to make, you know, the best circle I can. I think that looks pretty good. So then you just want to like gently transfer it to your baking sheet like that. And now what I'm gonna do is repeat the same process for the other 3, and then I'll come back and we'll top them. All right, we are ready for toppings. So we're gonna do the Canadian first, and I'm gonna take the sauces and put a 1/4 cup on each crust, and they turned out really good. And Kyle and I were actually saying as I was rolling the rest out, like this crust is really forgiving and you can roll it as thick or as thin as you want. I'm just gonna spread the sauce around now, because once you weigh out the equal portions, you've got your calories correct. So if you want a super thick crust, you can make the pizza a bit smaller. If you want a thinner crust, you can make the pizza a bit larger. It's however you wanna like do it. I prefer an in the middle. Like I want it to look big, but I also want it to be thick because I love thick crust. I'm a pan pizza girl all the way. So I just push the sauce to the edge as much as I can. And then I'm gonna put the cheese down as a glue for the toppings and stuff. So we'll get all that cheese. I used to use light cheese, light shredded cheese, but I found that when I was doing pizzas, it didn't melt as well. It's fine for other things like wraps and salads and whatever, but it didn't melt as well on pizzas. So I switched to the pizza mozzarella, which we're using, and it typically is 90 calories for 30 grams. So you save calories and you get melty cheese by choosing that. So next, let's go the mushroom. And we'll just sprinkle them on. Oh, they smell so good. I love canned mushrooms. Do you love canned and fresh? Do you have a preference, Mr. Kyle? You hate them.
Don't put any on mine.
Oh, too late, bud.
I like them both.
You like them both.
Just for ease though, like me and you love not prepping, not doing a lot of work, so I would take the can, especially for something like this.
Yeah, I think like
so you gotta rub all the dirt off the mushroom and make sure you don't get water on it. It turns into a gremlin, and after midnight you can't. Like so many rules with fresh mushrooms. There
really is. That's why I also like canned a lot. Okay, so that is the Canadian for you. Now let's move to the ham and pineapple.
Those are looking great.
Yeah, they really are. Okay, so let's get our Alfredo sauce. And we're just gonna pour that on there and spread it around like we did the pasta sauce. If you have never tried this combo, you are going to love it. It is so good. There's something about Alfredo, pineapple, and ham together that is just so good on a pizza. So I'm just gonna push this to the edges. Okay, so now let's go with the cheese. Sprinkle that as evenly as we can. I'm just going in with the pineapple now, 1 tablespoon on each. Let's do a sprinkle of the ham now.
Oh, you get bacon on that too.
Yes.
Forgot about that.
Oh wait, oh my gosh.
Oh wait.
Oh my gosh, what did I do? I forgot the bacon on the Canadian.
You're Canadian and you messed up the Canadian.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, yep.
Let's sprinkle that bacon.
We'll just sprinkle that on. We ain't perfect in this kitchen. Good thing you said it. I was like, wait,
it's
that doesn't
pineapple
go on
ham.
there.
We get bacon too? And
Oh my gosh.
Well, one of us will figure it out.
Thanks for catching that.
If you put both of our brains together, you get a half a brain.
Oh my goodness. It is Friday night, like I said, and my brain is pretty much spent. So, yep, I was silly. Okay, so now that we've got all the toppings on, so the bacon goes on the Canadian, guys. I don't know what I was doing. Now that we have all the toppings on, I'm just gonna salt and pepper these to taste. And I'm gonna do all 4 with the salt and pepper. Just a little sprinkle of the pepper.
Little pinch.
Little sprink.
And if you're impatient like us, you're gonna love that they really don't take a long time to bake either.
That is the major thing that we love. Like, we don't wait. And waiting for yeast to rise, that never happens here because we would just go get pizza, which is why this is so easy. So I'm gonna put these both in the oven at the same time. I'm gonna bake them for 10 to 12 minutes until the bottoms are starting to get golden and the cheese is melted. And I'm gonna flip the trays halfway through cooking time. All right, the pizzas are done. They look amazing. I left them in for the full 12 minutes. And now we've got our 2 beautiful Canadian and our 2 beautiful ham, pineapple, and Alfredo.
Yeah.
So this recipe makes 4 personal pizzas, 2 Canadian and 2 ham, pineapple, and Alfredo. For 1 personal Canadian pizza, it's 574 calories, 11 grams of fat, 81 grams of carbs, and 35 grams of protein.
Whoa.
Isn't that crazy?
That's great.
And then for 1 personal ham, pineapple, and Alfredo pizza, it's 583 calories, 12 grams of fat, 79 grams of carbs, and 35 grams of protein.
Whoa, perfect.
Yeah, really perfect. And what I wanted to do is give you guys an example of what a general takeout pizza slice would be as compared to my lower calorie, high protein version. But I had a really hard time finding exact calories because on the pizza websites like Domino's and Pizza Hut, they make you order before you can see the menu or the calories. So I consulted Google. Google says, based on cutting a large pizza into 8 equal slices, for 1 slice of a large 14-inch pan pizza, and I went with pan because that's what Kyle and I always order. It's our favorite.
And these are a bit thicker too.
And yes, and these, we call these our pan pizzas because they're a bit thicker crusted. So for 1 slice of a large 14-inch pan pizza, if you're going pepperoni, a slice of pan pepperoni pizza would be anywhere from 360 to 370 calories. That's for 1 slice. Then for 1 slice of a meat lovers, it would be 400 plus calories. So I eat half of a large pizza, and in this circumstance, it's 8 slices is a whole one. So that would be 4 slices of pizza. If I went with pepperoni, I did 370 times 4, that would be 1,480 calories. So by eating mine, I'm saving approximately 900 calories. And so I eat these versions most of the time, and I save the takeout pizza for cheat days so that I still get regular pizza. It's just that most of the time I can keep my weight down and stay lean and still eat pizza by having these versions. So I'm gonna slice this into 4 little triangles. And then I'll do Kyle's too. We only had 2 white mini plates, so his is on a bigger plate.
That's why it looks smaller.
And then we have the other, like the ham and pineapple's gonna cool, and then we'll put that in the fridge for tomorrow, and then probably air fry it to reheat it.
Oh yeah.
And that'll be tasty. Okay, so let's take a bite of this, shall we? I just got extra sauce on my hands here. Oh, I don't even know which piece to start with. Let's go with this one. Hey, get on there, pepperoni. Oh, look at that. Looks so good. and even like see the golden bottom. Oh, buddy.
Whoa. Big cheese pull.
Oh, bud. Touchdown. You're not gonna miss nothing by making this instead of getting takeout if you wanna save some calories. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Peace, bud.
See ya.
Remember, the friends, that weight loss isn't just about the number on the scale. It's also about here and here. Heart and mindset. Fight through it. You can do it. Don't give up.